But Jordy, your pumpkin's not perfectly round. But Jordy, your pumpkin stalk thing's not perfectly center. But Jordy, your pumpkin doesn't sit perfectly flat. Yeah, well, you show me a pumpkin that's perfectly round. You show me a pumpkin that sits perfectly flat. And you show me a pumpkin where the stalk is 100% dead center. Don't you think that's close enough? Look at the heartwood there. Boy, oh boy. Okay, guys. So, we're going to be carving a pumpkin on the shelf today. You can be a pumpkin on the shelf, or you can just leave it and make it just a simple pumpkin. Guys, this is such a very, very simple carving. And it's a very good carving for the very beginning wood carver or somebody that wants to get into it. And guys, everybody loves pumpkins Halloween time. Well, what do you think Halloween is? Halloween's pumpkins and ghosts and woo scary things, okay? I just want to say, you know, I had a couple of video clips me cutting this with the bandsaw like this. It's a very dangerous thing to do, guys, if you're not good with the bandsaw, okay? Because when you're cutting it, pretend the blade's going up and down this way. Like pretend this pen's the blade, whatever. And you're cutting this log. This is, my buddy Pete taught me this. This log can roll. Like the blade can grab it, it can roll. And that's how a lot of people get cut on the bandsaw, right? It will roll and then their finger will hit, like it'll roll, their finger hit the blade or something like that. So you guys just remember that. But you know, you can make pumpkins out of, this is a branch. Well, it's a stump. It's an old Douglas fir little stump thing, okay? Best to start off with a round piece, guys. Just cut up a branch with your hacksaw and then use your Dremel and start carving. You don't even have to have this top piece. I already forget the stalk, okay? You can glue something in there after. Pretend the stalk wasn't here and we just got this piece of wood here. You can just cut it like that, okay? So, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do this. It's going to be a pumpkin on the shelf, so the legs are going to sit over, like pretend it'd be sitting here. And then the legs will be sitting off the shelf. So I haven't figured that out yet. I could have used that epoxy sculpt, but now I want to make this all wood, right? So anyways, I'm talking way too much. How about I start carving this, okay? So what I want to do, you say you just draw a line here. I won't draw the whole line, but you draw a line here. And then you draw a line here. And you got that sharp edge. We want to round this sharp edge. We want to make it not round, okay? On the top and the bottom. Don't do too much on the bottom, right? Because don't forget you have to have your legs coming out of here for on the shelf. And you don't want to make it too unstable. You want to leave the bottom as flat as you can, basically. So I'll carve out just, like I said, I hate repeating myself. I'll just take the sharp edge off, okay? Guys, once again, dun 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 dun. What is it? It's the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr, my go-to burr. And I'm running it on my Dremel 4000, okay? With the Dremel flex shaft, okay? That's definitely 100% my go-to thing. Dremel 4000 with a Dremel flex shaft with the Kutzall burr, guys. If you want to get these Kutzall burrs, look how aggressive that sucker is. You go down to, oops. Look how aggressive that burr is here. You got to go down to, in the description below, hit that little area. A whole menu will come up. It will take you to the Kutzall site. And, yeah, go use the code CFusion, save yourself 5%. Goodbye. I was hoping it was going to be a soft piece of wood. Sometimes you can get lucky, get some Douglas fir that's pretty soft, but this isn't too soft, so. You see how that's rounded? Now let's do the bottom first. Okay, I'll get this carving done and I'll be back. You know, sometimes your dust collector table just gets so full of epoxy and paint and all this stuff. You kind of just got to do this. Put a screwdriver in here and just give her a twist. And then look at all this stuff that pops right out of here. Look at that big ring of paint epoxy poo ring. See, look at all those epoxy paint poo rings. This is the kind of thing you do, you know, you just stick your screwdriver in here, you clean out your table. When your friends call you and talk to you, you know, you're not really listening to what they're saying. You're just sitting there going, oh yeah, that's cool. Right on. Where they're asking where you've been for the last 5 years because you're just sitting in your carving room carving all the time. Oh yeah, wicked. So how you been lately? Oh, not too bad. Okay guys, so back to serious pumpkin talk. So there you see we got our shape done. You know, this could be an apple. Friggin' could be a peach if you want it to be a peach. And like I said, guys, you don't have to have this top thing on, this sprout thing or whatever it's called, stock. You can glue one on after or whatever. So now I'm going to look at this pumpkin and decide where I want to draw on the face. And you can see here, I can see some cracks. So I kind of like the face to be here, even though there's a crack here. That's not a big deal. So yeah, I'll set the camera up in the overhead and we'll draw the face on and the pumpkin line things. Okay, so I established that spot where I want to be the face, okay? So I just got a center line here. So you make your face wider, right? Guys, this is just my own opinion stuff, right? Okay, so there's, my face is going to be in here. Right here. So then we'll just put our little lines in. You can make that, see I should have made this crack one of the lines. So maybe we'll just put this one, rub this line out here. This is why it's good to use a pencil, guys. So this line's no good. We'll use that crack, right? And then we'll use this crack here too. And we'll put a line here too. Okay, so what I should have done first, because we want to make it look like this lid could come off, right? So and you guys, you know too, if you got soft wood, you can always carve hollow in here and make it so there's lights that go into this thing too, right? So what I'm going to do now, bring these lines up here. Got too many lines. Anyways, what's going on here? So what I'm going to do now, okay, let's, I'll carve where's the face now? Oh yeah, here's the face right here. Or no, where? Here, yeah. Okay, here, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to carve these lines in. And I got to think for a second. Okay, so here's the face. I like a traditional face. I know you can make them so they have little noses coming off and cool little eyes. Doug Linkner does some neat little pumpkins. I think Just Carve Rob did a pumpkin last year. I think he did. What are you talking about, Jordy? Just Carve Rob carved a pumpkin right there. Anyways, mine's going to be a traditional like triangle pumpkin. Okay. So then I'm going to make these triangles go in on this side. Guys, they don't have to be perfect, right? Like it's freaking pumpkin, man. Okay, and this guy's going to have like a Halloween thing with stitches here, okay? So yeah. That's, we're going to do these lines first. Okay, guys, so you can see I got everything just blocked out, rounded out. See that? How it looks like you can pull that piece out, put a light in there if it was a real pumpkin. You guys can do all your own little twists on this stock too, right? Give it some, whatever. So you see how these pieces are rounded out? See, if I added that crack, if I put this crack in here, you wouldn't even see this crack by the time I painted black in here, but that's okay. Cracks give wood carving's character, and it lets people know it's a real wood carving. See how I did that crack, put it in there? Now that crack will be hidden. So, you know, I'm kind of struggling here because I said I wanted to make it a pumpkin on the shelf, right? So That's why I haven't carved his face in yet, because I don't know how to put, I got this dowel here. Maybe I'll use that as his legs. I don't know what this is, just hemlock or whatever. But I don't know what kind of wood this dowel is, guys. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, how am we going to put the legs in this pumpkin? You know, do we want to make it like the picture that I showed earlier? I'll post a picture of it right now so you can see it's a corner shelf. And then we can just make the legs coming. Well, this piece is too... jeez. Hold on. Guys, I don't... Like, people that teach YouTube to say how to get better making YouTube videos, they say that you should have your steps already planned out. But I can't do that because, well, I got to start carving to open up my imagination, right? So that's how I do my videos. So do we just put some feet down here from up underneath? I don't know. I just don't know, Mr. Pumpkinhead. I just don't know. Or do we make it kind of like, pretend this is the shelf here? Or do we make his feet just coming out like this, with a foot at the bottom sticking up? And a couple of hands coming off here? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, guys, so this is kind of what I come up with. This is why so many people stop doing art, because they can never make up their minds, and you know, you just got to keep moving forward. If it doesn't work out, who cares? It's a silly little pumpkin sitting on a shelf. Give it to your niece or nephew if it doesn't work out, right? They'll love it. So I'm going to have it so it's just feet are here. I'm going to have to drill holes, well, carve holes, slide these in, and nail them in. And then you'll have little feet here and maybe little hands sticking out here. It's a silly little carving, guys. You can paint it just like this. Cut out those eyes. You don't even need to cut out those eyes. You can just paint them black on there, paint it orange, and call her done. But nope, I got to keep going forward. So let's get these, I'll get these carved in. You don't need to see me carve that. And then after that, I might need to readjust this face. Depends how these carving holes go. And we'll be back. Okay, guys, you can see there I got his silly little legs carved in. That's not a bad fit. This fit's not so good. Doesn't matter. This whole thing's going to be painted orange. These are going to be black. So, and it's going to be epoxied in here anyways, okay? And then so like, once I put the leg in, I'll epoxy it. Once epoxy dries, I'll put a little nail in there. Never come off, right? You guys, you could have made these legs any ways. You could have made them like cloth, like the pictures like I showed you. So they hang off a shelf. But this is a wood carving channel, so I figured might as well keep it all wood, right? So anyways, now I'm going to carve in the eyes. Not that deep. Just screw deep says about maybe 1/4 inch. And I got this wall tile cutter. This is what I used to do my wood spirit beard hairs with. You can get these cutters at your like Home Depot or your big box store, hardware store. They're Rototip wall tile cutters. You can find them by the Dremel section. So I'm going to go along, cut out these lines with this and hollow it out. I'll find some burr to hollow it out. Probably use the extreme to hollow these eyes out and the mouth thing. Okay. Okay, you guys can see here how deep I got the eyes cut in, the nose and the mouth. I kind of got a little bit carried away with the mouth. Let's move this silly tree out of the way. Okay, see you later, silly Halloween tree. See you at Halloween. Oh yeah, I already signed it. Okay, so I kind of got carried away with the mouth, but that's okay. We're having fun. So you guys, you can paint on your mouth. You can paint on your nose and eyes. You don't have to carve them in there. This is supposed to be a real simple project. You can call it done at that. You can paint this top part green. So, yeah, okay. Anyways, I think at this point now, oh boy, these silly feet. Now I got to carve little shoes for his, I'm going to carve these kind of things like twisty. So it's like stock. So this is going to be twisty. These are going to be twisty too, okay? So now I'm going to get some basswood that I got from Ben's studio on the lake and carve some little feet, little shoes for here. And I guess I'll have to figure out how to make little hands here too. Yep, that's my next step. Hey, studio on the lake, look, I'm one of those guys that saves all their little extra basswood pieces. Yep. Basswood hoarder. Okay, guys, so I got some little feet. I don't know. Little pumpkin feet there for the end of the things. I'm not the pro at carving hands, but it will be a start. And oh yeah, I got this extra basswood here. We'll just save this little hand for later, and we'll save all this extra basswood here for later. Yep, put it back in the extra basswood. Oh, don't forget about this one. Oh, don't forget this one. Put it in the box. Okay, so I don't know. Can you tell me what pumpkin feet are supposed to look like? What about pumpkin hands? What are pumpkin hands supposed to look like? I'm blaming it on the coffee. It's all on the coffee today. Okay, so anyways, I picked up one of these saws, jeweler's saw that Ben uses on his videos, Studio on the Lake, because I'm going to be doing little hands and stuff too. So I figure maybe I'll try and use this to cut in between the fingers of the, I guess, pumpkin hands. Am I doing that right? I don't know. I've never used one of these before. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so any architects out there got any better ideas? It's a little shelf pumpkin, I guess. Now it's time to start painting and epoxying. Better go get 5 tubes of epoxy to put all those feet and arms in. Okay, guys. So here's a little pumpkin on the shelf so far. I raised up his foot there a little bit just to get... I don't know. Okay. So what I've done is practice some, like I painted this cottonwood bark orange, and I practiced doing some different washes. Here's a black wash, here's a green wash. I'm going to give it a green wash. Why not, right? Let's give it some more character. So remember what it's like now, and then I'll be back in a second after the green wash. That's mixing up paint and a lot of water, okay? So this is really watery paint, and then wipe it off quick, okay? Okay, so I've already done this one back here, so you can see it just makes it look antique kind of, right? So let's do this one here. I might do the hands and the legs because they're already green. Oh, what's that snot on there? I might do that. Oh shoot, I don't have a rig. I might do a black wash on the hands and the legs because see, they're already, like I said, green. Look at this old rig, guys. Oh yeah, that's way better. Gives it that green color too, right? Oh jeez. Shoot the camera, man. Oh boy, this is I'm not, most of you guys know I'm not a big painter on my carvings, but this is fun, right? You guys, you don't have to put the hands in your pumpkins. You don't have to put the legs in. You can just carve a pumpkin, paint the face on, you're done. I didn't want to get any green in the mouth, but that's okay. I noticed when I watch my videos back that I don't breathe when I'm painting and stuff like that. I'll hold my breath for a long time. It would have been much easier to do this if the legs and stuff weren't already glued in. See, I epoxied them in. Now it's just making a big mess. Okay, so I'll be back. I gotta finish this. If you're not having fun when you're doing your art, then why bother doing it, right? I don't know. Okay, so I had to wait a while for the paint to dry properly, and I got this Mod Podge. I like the way this it gives a special shine, like an old school kind of thing, right? So this one is gloss. So I'm gonna run around and do all this. I'm gonna try not do inside the eyes or the mouth and leave that flat black, right? So I'll get that done. And yeah, I'll be back. There you guys go. There's your carving confusion pumpkin on a shelf done. What do you think about that? You guys, if you don't challenge yourself, you'll just never know. It kind of looks like orange pepper. Pumpkin guy. Eh? Oh, silly little pumpkin. It's all about having fun, guys. Don't sweat the small stuff. Make silly things like this. And you're practicing all the time when you're doing stuff like this. You're practice carving, right? Look at his foot up there. Silly little foot. There's lots of different ways you guys could do this. You guys, you know, you could use copper. You can give it copper arms. If I can get this copper arms, you can give it anything you want. You can just do the pumpkin. You don't have to have the feet, the arms. You don't even have to have this top part. And you can just carve the pumpkin, paint it orange, paint black eyes black, and you're said and done. Okay, Frick, gotta go. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching the Carving Fusion Confusion Show. Yeah. Pumpkin. Pumpkin.